What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little more work on my boat before I put it in storage. Kind of slept on this one and thought, you know what, we're going to try that out. We're going to see how we can make it look. So I have my swim platform on the back of the boat. Looks pretty disgusting. Everybody's telling me to oil it all the time, and I'm just too lazy to do that. And quite honestly, during the summer, it doesn't dry enough. So now this thing's been sitting for a bit. I figured why not try and resurface it. So it was pretty rough. You can see we already got started on it, but the thing's blown apart here. And this is kind of the under support wood, and you can see it's still a little bit wet, not in the greatest of shape. One or two of these is actually pretty soft and rotten, so that might be getting replaced if I can find some wood. And then, yeah, other than that, just getting rid of some of the weathering on here and re-sanding it. So you can see here my one board on the end was cracked about halfway through, so we'll just glue it and clamp it up. Hopefully we can save that one. It's chipped on that side. It's got a couple holes in the places where it shouldn't, so whatever. If I have to ever eventually replace that board, I have to get some more wood. But yeah, so here you can see I already started resurfacing this. So we just ran it through the planer a couple times. I got pretty lucky that I got an uncle that's got a shop with all this woodworking equipment. Just want to say thanks to him. Thanks, Jake. And yeah, get the opportunity to do this efficiently and quickly. Yeah, so ran it through the planer, and then we're just running it with the belt sander here, and then gonna run it with the orbital. I don't know if we need to do the orbital. We're running like a 100 grit belt on there, and this is pretty rough wood, but you know what? We want to make it look good. So, yeah, why not? But this section of wood here is all belt sander already, top and bottom. Just got to do the edges yet, and do the roundovers, and then whatever. Surfacing it really shouldn't be that tough. We're using some Starbright Teak oil that I just picked up from Canadian Tire, so we'll see how that works. To me, my favorite look on the Teak is, even on this weathered stuff, is when the boat's sitting in the water. It's got that mahogany-ish color. I don't like the plastic-looking wood, so we'll see how this turns out. And if I don't like it, I mean, I can change it next year. So yeah, I'm just gonna get back to belt sanding it and on with the show. All right, so we've got as many boards as we can sanded. Now it's just coming down to replacing these two boards here. You can see, if we, I don't know if you zoom in here, or whatever, you can see there's some spots here that are totally soft, and this thing's kind of waterlogged and definitely not in mint shape, as opposed to these, where these ones, yeah, they got cracks in them, but they're all hard. And then that's kind of shown by like the ends on these boards here, so it kind of leached over. So we got this nice chunk of teak from the shelf, and yeah, this isn't going to be cheap, but it is what it is. They have to get replaced, otherwise this thing's going to be well, screws are going to fall through it, and I mean, this is where your bracket bolts onto, so I don't want this thing to fall off on me or whatnot. So yeah, it's time to do it right, and whatever, costs some money. So yeah, this is a nice big chunk, I don't know, 10 inches wide by 1.5 inches thick, so we're going to have to plane this down or saw it in half or whatever. We'll try and see here and save it. I don't want to turn this whole thing to dust, because that's a bit of a waste of wood for sure. But yeah, so we'll see what we have to do here. All right, guys. After, I don't know, a mishap on the belt sander, which is minor details really, looks like we managed to get the 2 pieces made, 2 new pieces. So that's big. You can see here with the bevels on them, everything too, where the roundovers, fillets, whatever you call them. But yeah, here's the wood that came off of it, and you can see like it's like soft here. So anyways, no regrets on replacing this piece of crap. But yeah, so now it's time to get this wood. While I work on these ones, I guess I can already start staining these ones, or oiling, or whatever you want to call them. So plan is to oil them on the bottom side, flip them over, oil the top side. I have no idea actually what I'm doing. So that should be no surprise that I have no idea what I'm doing. But anyways, we're just going to send it, and it's going to turn out. So yeah, here we go. Far too many hours later, we managed to get this thing finished, but you won't see it on the boat, probably. Yeah, probably not, because I'm getting the brackets powder coated this week, and then we'll pop it on there before the thing goes into storage. So maybe you'll see it on there. But this looks a million times better than before. So I'm glad that some people do this often. This is my first time doing this, clearly. So yeah, I couldn't be happier. Like the way this turned out. Like look at the finish. The sheen is just beautiful. And the colors, like, oh man. This looks pretty much like it does when it gets wet in the water. And that's the look I was going for. So I'm very happy with this. Yeah, once again, use the, where is it? Right here. This stuff. Star Bright Teak oil. I just bought a Canadian Tire for 30 bucks. And you can see how much I used there. So I would definitely recommend this. We'll see how long it lasts next year. But now that I've done it this far, I don't think I'll ever have to blow it apart again as long as I stay on top of my oiling. So it says on there once it starts to show wear, just re-oil it. So yeah, really shouldn't be too hard. And yeah, this took me from like the full restoration from blowing it apart to planing and sanding it and stuff. Took me maybe about, let's see, it probably started at like 2 o'clock and it's 9 o'clock now, so, right? Yeah, 9 o'clock now. So, 7 hours. I mean, that's really not horrible. I thought it was going to be worse. The worst part was waiting for it to dry, waiting for the wood to dry, and then I could actually start this project. So it's not a summer project, it's an off-season project. That's at least what I would say. Because nobody has their boat sitting for 3 weeks waiting for the teak to dry out. So yeah, and then on this side we see, here's the new wood. These two new wood sections here. And I don't have a 5.5 foot piece to replace this board with. And really I don't care right now. That's too much money for what I want to spend. If I find a whole new platform, maybe that'll be the way to go. But we'll see, because this end board is pretty bad. It's cracked off here, it's cracked there, which I failed to fix before. And it's cracked here where I did fix. It's got drywall screw holes from the top all the way across. Clearly this board fell off before. But yeah, so I couldn't be more happier with this. And I would definitely recommend this product for you guys. And, like, look at the video. It's not that hard to make your stuff look like this. So, yeah. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe.